Today we will discuss the science behind the Kanwar Yatra. We have seen that large number of people walk on foot from their homes to the Ganga and then carry the water of the Ganga back to their homes in kavars. So why should they do so much effort? The reason is that the mountains of Uttarakhand, especially Kedarnath, have been charged by the penance of Lord Shiva. And the mountains are like the magnet. When you rub the magnet a number of times, then it becomes magnetic and the magnetic charge develops. Similarly, Lord Shiva did penance at Kedarnath and the entire mountain became like a magnet. And when the water falls on that magnet or that hill, it spreads into thousands of small streams, which are the streams of Ganga on the Shiva's head. And then that water gets charged with that spiritual energy of Lord Shiva. That water comes to the Ganga, and when people carry that water from Haridwar to their home, similarly, the entire mountain gets charged with spiritual energy. And when the water falls on this mountain, the water gets spiritually charged. One effect of this charged water is that large number of small organisms that are called phages, which are smaller than bacteria, develop in this water. And a study by National Environment Engineering Research Institute, Nagpur, has shown that the number of phages in Ganga water is about 10 times the number of phages in Yamuna and Narmada. So that is why Ganga is unique, and that is why the Shiva's hairs are considered to be the repository of the Ganga. So these small streams flow down with these phages and they reach Haridwar. When the Kanwars take a pot of water from the Ganges and take it back to their village and they offer it to Lord Shiva, that water ultimately spreads and goes into their village tanks. And these phages have the ability to eat up bacteria and purify water. So this charged water gets into the village tanks and purifies them. So the purpose of taking this Kanwar Yatra is to take these phages from the Ganga and take them to their village tank, and so that the village tank water becomes pure of bacteria and people are keep healthy, and they are also spiritually charged by the spiritual charge in the water. In this context, two things need to be done now. These days we see that Kanwars are running, carrying the pot of water. So their mind is not focused on Lord Shiva. Their mind is focused on the running, and as a result, the spiritual charge that the water should absorb by your thinking about Shiva is not obtained. When we worship Lord Shiva and put a small pot of water in front of it, our mental charge is absorbed in this water, and when we take achman with that water, then that charge gets into our body. So if the Kanwar is walking from his home to Haridwar and then walking back with his water from Haridwar to his home, then all the time he is thinking about Lord Shiva, and so water gets more energy because of that thoughts. But in the present time, when you are running from one place to the other and there is a competition, the mind is not tuned to Lord Shiva, but the mind is tuned to a sports competition. So first thing that needs to be changed is that we should come back to walking with the Kanwar and eliminate this whole idea of running and reaching the water very quickly. The second thing is that in the olden times, the water poured on the Lord Shiva was used to go into the village tank. But now we are not using village tanks. We are using tanks of water which are supplied by municipality. So there must be some system to put this Kanwar water in the water tanks so that the water in the water tank gets charged, the phages get spread, and the people get water from the water tank which is spiritually charged. The science of Kavod is very well established, but there is a need to readjust it according to the modern times. Thank you.